The row in the Labour Party about the deputy leadership looks likely to enter a new phase after a forceful attack by the leader, Michael Foot, on the left's chief contender, Tony Benn. And for the first time, Mr. Foot has rebuked Mr. Benn by name in an article in tomorrow morning's Guardian newspaper. He draws a clear distinction between his ideas about the Labour Party and parliamentary democracy and those of Mr. Benn. Mr. Foot says his views are more in keeping with those of Labour's former leaders. Mr. Benn, however, speaking earlier in Newcastle, denied that his views would make the Labour Party so different. He said he wanted merely to re-establish the democracy the Labour Party was about in the first place. Delegates at the TUC conference in Blackpool have voted against entering an agreement on pay restraint, but they've left themselves the option of at least talking about incomes policy with the Labour government in the future. And on the common market, Congress expressed few doubts Britain should come out without a referendum. In a radio interview, Mrs. Thatcher has again repeated her government's determination not to alter course. Speaking on the Jimmy Young programme, she said her policies were the right ones, and there was no alternative to the course she was following. She also denied any serious cracks in cabinet ranks, saying she hadn't noticed anyone dashing to resign. The Yorkshire and England Test cricketer, Geoffrey Boycott, has been suspended by his county club for the rest of the season. He was ordered out of the club's dressing room at Scarborough when he arrived, expecting to play against Northamptonshire. The order and the suspension were by club manager Ray Illingworth after remarks made by Boycott on BBC television news yesterday. Police in Cornwall have praised a woman who tackled an armed bank robber during a raid on a bank in Wadebridge. A security guard was shot and killed, and the woman passerby was wounded. She wasn't seriously injured. A man was later arrested and charged with murder. Finally, a busy night for the home international soccer teams and a humiliating one for England. They lost the match they were expected to win in Norway by 2-1. Their chances of qualifying in next year's World Cup tournament now look remote. Wales also received a setback in Prague, losing 2-0 to Czechoslovakia. But Scotland won their match against Sweden 2-0. There were clashes in Oslo between English fans and police. 30 people are said to have been detained. That's all for me. Good night.